Welcome to our webinar. My name is Ekaterina, and I will be your host for today. We're just gonna wait a few minutes for everybody else to join. And in the meantime, just feel free to use the chat and just tell me where you're from while we wait for the others to join.
Hello.
Hello, how are
Hey,
you?
good evening. Good evening. I'm good. And you?
All good, all good.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Well, starting with the good note, Happy New Year.
Happy
I'm
New Year
Sha-
too.
yeah. I'm Shagnik Bhattacharya. Uh, I'm from India. So I
Hello.
have
Nice to meet you.
yeah. Nice to meet you too. So I have completed my culinary education in the year 2008.
Sorry to interrupt you. I understand that you wanna share with us the details of your profile.
Okay. Okay.
This is not the right moment to share them. We are going to start
Okay.
with the presentation. After the presentation happens, we will give you some time for FAQs, question and answers. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy to review your profile upon this meeting just because we have a guest speaker and it's a little bit rude if we just not let her to share the presentation with us. So I will give you the time. Just allow us some time to complete the presentation that our guest speaker has bring to us. Okay.
Certainly, sir. So
Thank you
I
so
will just
much.
end up with this one that my name is Shagnik Bhattacharya and I'm from India, Kolkata.
All right. Thank you so
Nice
much.
to meet you. Thank you. And I think that we can start right now with a little introduction. And when others join, I think we're already going to be presenting today's topic. So, as I've mentioned before, my name is Ekaterina, and I'm very happy to see all of you today at our webinar, The Secret Skills Hotels Will Pay You For in 2026. And today we're going to talk about the real skills that hotels actually value, not just what looks good on a CV, but what actually makes a difference. If we can move on to the next slide. Today, our learning goals and the topics that are going to be shared are the following. We'll go through 4 high-value skills hotels are paying more for. We'll explain also how each one impacts hotel performance in real life. We'll also share practical examples used daily in hotels and also explain why HR teams actively look for these skills. And by the end, you'll clearly understand what you should start building for 2026. And now on the next slide, if I can just quickly present to you who we have here today. So today we have Carlos Piñon, who is the Hospitality Academy advisor. He's going to be sharing some details about Hospitality Academy and also answer your questions if you have any at the end of our presentation. And of course, we have Camila Montero, who is a recruiter with over 4 years of experience in global HR, and she will walk you through what hotels actually look for when hiring. So now I will pass on to Camila.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Kate, for inviting me to the webinar. I'm very glad to participate and to share some of the tips. So to start, let's start with the first skill, that is the guest satisfaction psychology. So this is basically about understanding how guests think and feel, especially when things don't go exactly as planned. So basically is to understand what they are feeling, how they are thinking, and to try to adapt to the guests so they can have a good experience. Then hotels pay more for people who are good at this because it saves money and time. When you handle guests well, there are fewer complaints and refunds. Review scores stay high, which directly affects bookings. Managers don't need to step in as often, and most importantly, bad situations can turn into loyal guests. That has real financial value for hotels. So I would highlight basically that bad situations can turn into loyal guests if we know how to deal with different guests, and we use the other skill that it's to understand how they feel and think. Of course, the result will be better and we can turn into loyal guests at the end. Then, expectation mapping. So, this is how guest psychology usually works. Guests come with expectations and then they have a real experience, and that creates an emotional reaction. For example, a guest arrives early, but the room isn't ready. If no one explains or manages it well, frustration will start. But if you handle it correctly, the situation stays calm. So, to explain a little bit of these, of course, the expectation will always be different to the real experience. Sometimes it will be better and sometimes not. But how we have to act here is to learn how to manage these expectations of the different guests. So at the end, if we handle it well, the situation will stay calm. So in that way, we like get the power of the expectation and we get the control of the situation. Then service recovery and learn model. So one very common method hotels use is the learn model. What it means, you listen first, then you show empathy, then you apologize, even if it's not your fault. You resolve what you can and you notify the right people. So, a staff who do this well reduce bad reviews and keep the operation running smoothly. So, basically, is to listen, then show empathy. If something happened and it's not your fault, it's always good to apologize and try to resolve what you can do, and then notify what happened. As you can see, this learn model also includes the other skills that we mentioned before. So we have to be to show empathy to the guests, always try to conduct the situation and to manage it as well as we can. And the second skill is ESG and sustainable hospitality. And this is not a trend anymore. And for many hotel groups, it's now mandatory. And why hotels pay more for ESG? Hotels pay more for staff who understand sustainability because it protects the business. It helps hotels avoid fines, it protects certifications, it reduces waste and operational costs, and guests also care more, which leads to better reviews and repeat stays. And that's why hotels invest more in people who support these goals. So, of course, now is something that hotels are implementing the sustainability, and it's very valuable now in different hotels. So, if you know more details and more information about how sustainability impact the hospitality industry, it will also help you to have more knowledge about what is happening right now. Practical ESG in daily operations. So this is not complicated. In housekeeping, it's about reducing linen and water waste. In food and beverage, it's portion control and managing food waste. At the front desk, it will be paperless check-in and explaining eco options to guests. Small actions done every day make a big difference. So, of course, if you want to make a change, it will take time. But if you do it every day, you will have an impact that is bigger than you expect. The skill number 3 would be the hospitality technology literacy. Hotels today rely heavily on systems. If you are comfortable with them, you instantly become more valuable. So basically, what it means is that if you get immersed into the system that the hotel is working or using, of course, you will feel more comfortable with them and you will instantly become more valuable for the hotel because you understand their system and how they work. Then, why hotels pay more for tech skills? Tech uh, savvy staff help hotels operate better. Training time is shorter, there are fewer mistakes, teams work faster during busy periods, digital guest services run smoothly, and it also allows the staff to move between departments more easily. So I would say that all of these reasons are important. Like I think that today, having a tech skill will open you many doors. If it's not a hotel, it will open you another different opportunity. So it's always good to be aware of what are the new trends or what are the new implementations and to try to, if you can implement it, that it's better. Then, core hotel systems. So these are the main systems hotel use. First, the PMS manages reservations and room assignments. Then, the POS handles restaurant payments. The CRM stores guest profiles and preferences. The channel managers control pricing and availability. Mobile access allows digital keys and mobile check-in. So understanding these give you a big advantage because you know what are the systems and why we are using them. So always remember to understand um, why we are using them and for what, you know? So these are two questions that will always allow you to understand and to have a bigger understanding of every company, why someone is doing something, and what is the result of that. How systems work together. So all the systems are connected. A booking comes through a channel manager. The PMS assigns the room. The CRM sends confirmation, and the mobile key activates the check-in. Guest requests are handled digitally. This is why system literacy makes you much more hireable. Skill 4, early career leadership. So the last skill is early career leadership, and you don't need to be a manager. It's about how you show up at work. So basically, is to have a good attitude, to always be on time, to always be to try to put a lot of attention on learning. Learning is always a skill that will be valuable in every work and every job and in every company. So sometimes it's good to know many things, but when you have this, when you are open to learn, this will give you much more advantage than other like employees, let's say. Like companies, hotels want people that want to learn and that show interest on learning more. So this is a skill that is very valuable too. And why hotels pay more for leadership. So hotels promote from within. People who show leadership reduce pressure on managers. They prevent miscommunication, they stay longer with the company, and that's why hotels pay more for staff with leadership potential. So, of course, leadership is a skill that you learn, you know? So sometimes it's good to work on it every day, to always have like a reference or someone that you admire so you can see how the person applies it every day. Practical leadership behaviors. So these look like simple things: taking an initiative when it's busy, owning your responsibilities, communicating clearly, staying calm under pressure, and when making decisions, assess the situation, act and inform. I would highlight in these all like these skills, the communicating clearly a skill. I think it's very important to always be transparent, to be clear, and to communicate to your manager or superior, everything that you want to communicate in a clearly way and in a polite way too. Real career impact. So when you combine all these skills, career smooth faster. People get promoted earlier and they are trusted more. They are offered better roles. So hotel pay more for staff who reduce complaints, improve reviews and occupancy, support sustainability savings, use systems well, and show leadership. All of these directly improves hotel profitability. I think all of these skills that I told you are very important. I would highlight also the learn how to manage stress and emotions. It's very important too. But with these tips, I think that you are ready to start your career. And of course, it's something that everyone works every day. You know, it's not like you will just have this webinar, read this, and learn, but you will learn when you are in the hotel and when you are in the job, and it takes time. So just be patient and everything will be okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Camila. This was amazing. I think that everybody got very important insights on this presentation. So thank you again a lot for hosting this presentation and for sharing your knowledge with everybody who is with us today. And I would like to give the floor to Carlos, who is gonna share with you some details about our programs, about who we are, and how we operate.
Thank you, Camila, for your insights. Really interesting the way you have approached all of these matters to our candidates. And of course, I think it's very beneficial. One way to go to the US to have the opportunity to study, continue with your growth in terms of education, and of course, gain higher skills of being a manager, a leader, or an entrepreneur in the future, and having the possibility to work and continue with your professional growth in the US is the F1 visa. What is an F1 visa? It's a student visa. Allows you to study in the United States. It will give you access to the country, and you will have to request this visa in the embassy of the United States in your home country. Depending on the program that you study, you have legal access to work opportunities, to have the possibility of doing internship and trainings, and to open a way or pathway of a long-term stay in the United States. How we support you, or how this support you to grow your career, your professional career. Our programs offer something that is called CPT, curricular practical training, and offer something that is called OPT, optional practical training, that allows you to work upon graduation. We are going to be able to help placing you in the United States to obtain practical training that is going to be pay in return of your working hours. And we will, of course, help you to transition to a leadership position. Next slide, please. The programs that we offer are education programs, study programs. We start with the undergraduate level, Bachelor's in Business and Administration, and the postgraduate level, Master of Business and Administration. Both programs offer you a certification in hospitality management, allowing you to continue your growth in terms of education in the hospitality industry, where we are good at and where we concentrate our efforts at. Next slide, please. And we are going to be talking about a few key points of these programs, and then, of course, the requirements for them, all right? So when it comes to the Master of Business and Administration, the postgraduate level, the first key factor of this program is the attendance to class. It's a very flexible program, allowing you to study and work at the same time. As you can see, you only need to attend to classes on campus in a mandatory basis between 1 and 4 days on campus. So it really depends on the location that you select. You could easily leave, for example, in Florida and attend to a class in Detroit, Michigan, for example. That is possible with our programs. In terms of requirements, You need to hold a bachelor's degree or equivalent a bachelor's degree in the United States. I would like to highlight that bachelor's degree looks like between 4 to 5 years duration program, study in a university in your home country. You need to prove your level of English. That is even with an English proficiency exam, such as Duolingo, IELTS, or TOEFL. And you need to have a greater GPA of 2.0. The duration of the program is going to be extended for 2 years, 24 months. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, offers you day one CPT, availability to work while studying from day one of classes, and OPT, availability to work upon graduation for 1 more year, converting this specific program into a 36-month duration in the United States. Next slide, please. Now talking about the bachelor's, it's an undergraduate level program, most likely for candidates that they haven't gone to the university yet, or they would like to pursue a bachelor's because they have completed a diploma, an associate degree, or a higher education certificate. That being said, a bachelor's requires attendance to class on a weekly basis. Again, it's an undergraduate, so it requires, regular attendance to class. The requirements for the program: holding a high school diploma or more, GPA of 3.0 or greater than that, and also proving your level of English. Then the duration of this program is minimum 3.5 years. I used to say to my candidates that it's a 4-year duration program and that's it. And there is here a change. The CPT, availability to work up during classes, will only start upon the first academic year. And then later on, you will have the availability to work the next years of the duration. Let's say, for example, if it's a 4-year duration program, you're going to be working 3 over the 4 years. And then OPT upon graduation, that allows you to stay and extend your stay once you finish your education program, being able to stay for 12 months more and working during this period. Our location, Miami, Florida, for those who are looking into having a very, I would say, summer weather, and of course, very oriented to the beach area. Phoenix, Arizona is a very dry state that offers deserts and is a location that shares borderline with Mexico. Orange County, California is a district between Los Angeles and Anaheim, so it's located in the West Coast in California. Washington, D.C., capital city of the United States, is a district in between three different states, Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia. And lastly, Detroit, Michigan, borderline with Canada in the north of the United States, most likely for those who are interested in a cold weather. Our partners. Well, if you want to be hired, you need to follow what Camila was saying in terms of all the advices that she was telling you. You want to be hired in these luxury hotel brands, you need to came up with a very, very good portfolio or very good profile, and of course, share all of this experience that you have had in your previous job experience. We work with the best luxury hotel brands, restaurant chains, and Michelin star chefs. For example, Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, JW. Why you should choose Hospitality Academy? Well, first of all, I think our biggest key selling point is we guarantee interview opportunities, and we also look for real hotel placements. If something that we can control is the recruitment side, the practical skill development in these work experiences, and of course, the support and coaching throughout the entire process, including visa, recruitment, and admissions. I will leave here our contact information. If you scan the QR code, you have the possibility to schedule a call with me and my team to tackle all the questions and answers that you might have. and of course, review the eligibility for the programs and make sure that we share other details that we cannot share in this presentation just because we don't have enough of time, such as the fees, the financial plans, and any other details that we are still missing. You have our phone numbers, WhatsApp phone number, emails, and our social media accounts. Thank you so much for your time, and I pass it over to Kate.
Thank you so much, Carlos. So, as mentioned, you can proceed and book a call to discuss more personal questions with Carlos and his team. Also, something that I wanted to share with all of you, uh, if anybody is from Mexico or is in Mexico as of this moment, you could have the unique opportunity to meet us in person because we will be coming there this January. I've shared a form in our chat. So if you're interested in attending, just fill out the form and we will be waiting for you to talk to you a bit more. And of course, in-person meetings are always more pleasant. So if you are in Mexico right now, or you will be by the end of January, on January 21st, just fill out the form and we will be waiting for you there. And lastly, I would like to thank again our speakers. So Carlos and Camila, thank you so much for sharing your insights. This was a very interesting session, very insightful. And I'm sure that we're going to have many more webinars sharing even more insights. And now, if you want to unmute yourself, if you have some quick questions, or if you'd like to put them in the chat, feel free and we'll try to answer them. So I can see here in the chat that there are no questions yet. I think that we've been pretty clear then with the next steps. For anybody who is willing to schedule a call and talk to Carlos on a one-on-one or with his team members, again, please feel free to scan the code and you will be able to book it. I have a question from Maria Carolina. If I'm already in the States, can I stay in the same property if I start to study? I think that's for you, Carlos.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Maria Carolina, for your question. If you are currently in the United States, I will most likely recommend you to stay where you are. We can offer you the possibility to even review your eligibility for a process that is called change of status, where you exchange your current status for the F1 visa. If that is something that you could do, of course, we need to review your case. And in order to answer your question, you can stay in the same property under the F1 visa if, of course, the property is willing to keep you as well. So yes, it is a possibility.
Thank you so much, Carlos, for answering that question. I can see another question. Is there any opportunity for cruise ship jobs?
Can you please repeat that one? Sorry again, Kate.
Yes, of course. Is there any opportunity for cruise ship jobs?
Oh, yeah. Well, we Hospitality Academy personally, we don't offer this opportunity that is the C1D visa, but we do partner with Placement International for other type of services. And I know for a fact that this agency do offer C1D visa as an option. So please get in touch with us. I will refer you to them. And of course, they will be able to share these details with you.
I have another question here coming from Shibo Marumo, student from Rio Casino and Hotel South Africa. and he's interested in J1 programs and also the fees related to the program.
Okay. So in terms of J1 program, again, I will like you to schedule a call with us because J1 has other requirements as well. We do offer a possibility of sharing with you a J1 experience. If we are not capable of offering it with the programs that we offer, then we will also refer you with Placement International. That is a recruitment agency that offers the J1 visa, the TN and the C1D visa. But again, I will recommend anyone that is interested in one of the programs to for sure schedule a call just because we need to go over the requirements and make sure that everything matches to in terms of eligibility.
Thank you so much. I have another question from Agna. Um, so if I understand correctly, she did third J1 right now, but she's finished already and plans to go back home first. After that, how can she apply for an F1 visa from her
Yeah,
home country?
absolutely. I mean, I will say to Anga that this is great that you have completed your third J1. Most likely it will be the last one. I haven't heard any cases that have approved a fourth J1. Honestly, it's very risky to request a fourth J1 in terms of the percentage of being approved or denial. And you can apply for an F1 visa either in the United States or in your home country. That is not a limitation. And since you are changing your visa, you are going for another one, you don't even need to necessarily wait any time to apply for an F1. You can just even apply right away upon your arrival if you are really eager to come back to the US as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, Carlos. So, Anga, I hope that answers your question. And again, as Carlos already mentioned, just please, everybody, feel free to schedule a call. You're going to have way more time to explore any different opportunities and also get answers to even more questions that eventually come in the conversation. And of course, we always try our best to give you the best opportunity to match your profile to the best case scenario. So just scan the QR code here on the screen and you can schedule that call. I have another question from Sally, who is asking if there are any scholarships for the MBA.
Unfortunately, we don't offer scholarships. We do offer payment plans. We do offer financial support. But there is no scholarship applied. The cost of the program is offer adding all the services that we provide, the guidance and the coaching. Everything is included, but it officially has a cost.
Perfect. I think we can wait just one more minute if we get any more questions. And then we can wrap up. So I can see here in the chat that I am not receiving any more questions. I see here a message from Sagnik who is mentioning that he has a 3 years diploma. Sagnik, could you please just specify what would be your question in that case? So Sagnic is interested, what would be some job opportunities in the USA with a 3 years diploma?
3 years diploma. Well, as I mentioned, for a master's degree, it requires you to hold a bachelor's. That being said, unfortunately for the master, you are not eligible. You will be eligible for the bachelor's, or you might be eligible for another category of visa that we can review. And if we are not offering this category of visa, as I mentioned, we can even refer you to another partner. So yes, you are still a candidate that can potentially be selected by any of the categories of visas, and of course, we can just accommodate you based on the on the options.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Carlos. I think that we have another question before we wrap up. I have actually, thank you so much, Shiba, for asking that question. He's saying that he's worried that his call will not go through since he's in another country for further information.
I don't get it if that is a question.
So I think that the problem
Oh,
here is that since Shipo is in another country, he's afraid that if he schedules a call, he's not going to be able to connect, maybe because of some issue. Also, Chipa would like to also mention to you very importantly, when you try to book a call with the link that we share on the screen with that QR code, you're going to have to choose the time it's going to be displayed in your country's time zone. So if you're scheduling a call, you should just schedule it within the time that you know that you're going to be able to join. It's exactly. I think that there will be no issue for the call to go through. I have another question from Raul, who is asking if I think that question is for either you, Carlos, or Cami. If you think that a job in sales will be relevant in the next 10 years in hospitality.
I can go first, Cami, and then you can complement me if you want. I think sales is a department that contains a lot of things, right? We are in contact with the customer, the client, so we are giving a service, we are offering a service or a product. We are also doing some admin task. So it's a very, very complete position. When it comes to sales, I think that if you are very good selling something or a very good salesperson, you are good selling in any industry. That also includes hospitality. So just be yourself, defend yourself. And when it comes to hospitality, there is many departments that are involving this type of responsibilities or tasks or even backgrounds. So for you to feel secure that your experience is going to be aligned.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I have another question from Kushik. What are the good opportunities that could be best for a bartender in the future?
Well, bartenders are considered skill job. Is a talent that someone has developed. I personally think that if you are, again, if you are very good at it and you can demonstrate that, you will always have all the doors open in any country and any industry, and of course any field. Again, I think that there's potential to continue developing your professional career and your skills because there is courses, diplomas, studies related to nowadays to mixology and all of this. So I think that you can still continue developing on this professional career. So just continue doing it and continue preparing yourself. Try to be the best.
Thank you, Carlos. And exactly, Kushik, I think that since hospitality is such a big department, especially hotels that are branded hotels, for example, the ones that we work with, it is very common for you to start as a bartender and then with experience eventually become a bar manager, for example. Of course, it's gonna happen faster if you have some experience and education to back that with, which is why I think that some study and work programs could be the perfect and the best fit for you if you want to advance that faster. But I think that hospitality, you can advance in hospitality in starting at any position. Considering all of this, I think that we can wrap up. So thank you again, Carlos, and thank you, Cami. Thank you everybody for asking your questions. Um, I hope that your questions were answered. And I see here that Raul has another question. Okay, and this is then gonna be the last question, so we can wrap up. What do you think? Where will be the next big destination? Will it be Ibiza, Bali, or something else?
Well, I mean, there is many destinations that you can go for in hospitality. I know for a fact that Spain is well recognized by this industry, also the United States. So I am not, I think, the right person to tell you where you should go for. I think you should just consider other factors as well as opportunities. But there's many options out there for the hospitality industry profiles. So I just encourage you to follow your dreams and go for it.
Thank you so much for that answer, and thank you again for this presentation, for this webinar. I think it was very insightful and we've answered a lot of questions. So I think that that's it, and see you on our next webinar. You're going to receive the recording of this one, and just keep on track with what we post on social media, and also check your emails because we're going to be hosting way more webinars and doing way more events, especially in-person events. So if we come to your country, we would be very, very, very excited to meet you. Thank you so much.